We as farmers, we need to make sure that we keep our country, food secure. But ever since the last few weeks with the war going on, so now in the mornings we get up and sometimes after a bit of sleepless nights, we have to worry about a few other things. Firstly, I think fuel is one of the big things that is a headache for us now. Going into harvest now, we do burn quite a lot of liters of fuel per day, diesel fuel. So it's stressful. We have to manage the fuel, try to keep the tanks full. Don't want to say we're in panic buying, but the amount of fuel that we are currently burning when we start running the combine and all the tractors throughout harvest, it's quite a lot. And we try to make sure that we at least have 10 days worth of fuel on the farm. So and it's starting to be a challenge. Apart from the fuel price, that it's a nightmare increase that we're having. So we have to stress about having enough fuel available on the farm. At the moment, the thing that worries me is just, are we going to get fertilizer and are we going to get enough fuel? At the moment, the biggest thing for me is, that's going to keep me awake tonight is will I be having enough fuel on the farm just to cut the current crop, to get the current crop off of the field? We run a lot of liquid fertilizer, and in my fertility plan, well, we do run liquid and dry fertilizer. But so the dry fertilizer shed is empty. There's no fertilizer that we use over there, and most of it is urea or ammonium-based fertilizer that we do use. And then on the liquid fertilizers, so we use a lot of liquid to establish, start out the crops, like for a starter or a pop-up fertilizer. And as you can see here, the back, so out of all these, the bins that run down here, I've only got one 10,000 liter container or bin that's full of fertilizer. So that is worrying, even though it's still way early in the season, but I think there might be some supply constraints that we're definitely going to have down the road towards next season. Going into next season, it's definitely going to be difficult to achieve the type of yields that I'm getting if I'm not going to be able to get access to all the fertility that I do need. The way we manage the urea is one of the challenges that I do have, that has got a lot of driving force behind the success that I'm having. So I do hope we're going to get out of this issue that we have with the fertilizer. The running costs of this compared to the other sprayers that we do run, like the high clearance sprayers that we have, the high clearance sprayer, we can burn up to 400 liters of fuel a day, whereas this, we only burn like 60 liters of fuel. It's definitely worthwhile, and that's going to help a lot offset some of the fuel challenges that we're facing. And I just think overall, this is the type of things that you need to think outside of the box and look for alternative options to be more effective with what you have available.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.